Hey YouTube peeps! Thought I would share something with you guys that might be useful to some, useless to most. I work, you may have noticed that I work right here at the self-storage, which doesn't have anything. There's a little bathroom in the corner, that's pretty much it. There is no power, no nothing. So I think there might be a question is, how do you like recharge the batteries here? Well, I have a bunch of these batteries, and this is just tool batteries. I use the Ryobi because I'm cheap, and I have a lot of them that fully charge. But then I have something else here because it's a car. The lead acid batteries. Now these things, really don't want to chug along to home to recharge every so often, to keep them alive and everything. So they usually die over time. Um, so I wanted to show you in this video today how I use these batteries, more than one, these batteries to recharge these guys here. So let's get to it. Now, first thing first, I usually like to check the voltage of the lead acid battery. You got a little voltmeter here, there's a dead voltmeter there, so there's a bunch of them around. So let's do that first. And that tells me if I need to take care of it or not. Right now, this battery is showing 12.34 volts. So if my memory serves me right, this is roughly 60 to 65% charged. This is fairly low for a battery like this. They do need to stay at a higher charge state to survive, or they go bad. So I'm gonna put this battery on charge while I work on some other stuff. So let me show you some of the options. One of the more basic option is one of these boards. Now this is 18 volts, and this thing, the lead acid, is 12 something volts. So if I just plug in this to that, the battery will trip because it has a protection inside and will be useless. So what you can do is get one of this and one of this, like that. So this is a DC to DC converter. So you plug in power here from the battery, and out here comes out the voltage that you can adjust with this little screw right here. This is something you would have to monitor all the time to take care of. So that's not an option for me because I don't want to be bothered with this. So what I actually use, so here's a close-up of the whole thing so it's easier to see. This is this is a bracket, but this is the battery, is AC Delco Group 24A, so it just tells you the size of it. They're rated roughly for 67 amp hours, but really you have reserve capacity of 113. So I would say it's certainly roughly 50 amp hours for the battery capacity. This guy is only 4 amp hours. So if this is completely 100% dead, you need like 12 of this or 13 of this. Likely, when lead acid is completely dead, it's garbage. So right now it's at 60% capacity. That's what's charged. So we just need to top off roughly another 20% would be good. So that's what we're gonna do. Now I'm gonna set the battery down here because I don't need to move it. Let me show you the controller. This is the Amex B6. This is eBay special knockoff. It's not the real one, but nevertheless it works just fine. Maybe not the best, but it does do its thing. So you can see here the batteries it can charge, the voltages and the amperage. Here the input voltage, you can see it's 11 to 18 volts it needs. On this side is output, and you have a battery balancing for the other kind of batteries, not this one. And here is the magic that makes it all work. this little dingly 3D printed part. And this is just an adapter to go over a Ryobi battery with some leads and wires inside, so you can plug in the battery and use it very easily. You can buy them off eBay. They're available. I just made it myself because I have a 3D printer. So this guy simply plugs in over the battery, and you can see this thing fires up immediately. The key part is don't move it too much. It's going to get disconnected. So already set up for the BP's lead acid battery. It's in charge mode, 2 amps, and 12 volts. So it's a 6 cell. As you can see, if I go here, I can change the battery up to 10 cell, or if you have a 6 volt battery, you can do a 6, or single cell batteries here. So we need a 12 volt. So it's very convenient and takes care of basically a lot of things. So I'm just gonna plug in ground, plug in power. Now if you needed to trickle charge, if you need to trickle charge, you can just lower the amperage and it'll go down to 0.1, and the maximum it'll do is 6. The 6 is a little bit too much. I would not go over half of what the battery is actually rated for. So this is 4 amp hour, so 2 amps is okay. So in about 2 hours, this guy is supposed to be dead. So we're gonna do a 6. There you go. Hold the start or enter. Ejects the battery, and off it goes. Now it's charging. That's it. It's as easy as that. It's charging 2 amps. That's the voltage of the battery. That's time that has already progressed. This is how many milliamps I think it charges. So it's going to be a big number. And you can see other stuff on this guy, like when to turn off. This is the voltage on the input from this guy. So it's 18.6 or something. And yeah, that's it. Oops. So it's charging. This is input voltage. Yeah. Oh, oops. That was my mistake. I moved it. So yeah, it's like I said, it's a little fiddly, but it works. That's it. And now I can leave it, and I can go about my business. It'll beep me if it's full, or I just check it in about an hour or so to see how it's progressing. That's it. Simple as that. Thank you for watching.